Okay, so I've got a video here of Morten Madson. This guy has been having a pretty good year so far on the European Tour in 2015. He's had some good finishes, he's been on form, and I really like his golf swing. I think he's got a couple of moves, you could say a bit unorthodox with his swing, but there's a couple of things that I really like, and I think it's a swing that really works well. I'm going to show you why in this video. So the first thing to notice, I'll just play it through here a couple of times in slow-mo. This is with his driver. You're going to see he's got a really short, compact golf swing. You'd be hard pushed for me to see somebody on tour hitting a driver with such a short swing as this. Just play it through again. You can see, as I say, really short, compact action of his swing. But it's one that still creates lots of club head speed. His average distance off the tee so far in 2015 is 295, so it's certainly not short. And so I want to show a couple of pointers here of how he's able to create all that power still with such a short golf swing. So the first thing to notice, have a look at his grip. See how he's got a bit of an unorthodox grip, really strong in both hands. So his left hand is right the way on top of the club, and his right hand is right the way underneath the club. So really strong grip, but I wouldn't say it causes him too much of a problem. And at impact, he can still get that club face despite his grip and where it needs to be to get the ball on target, and he's able to repeat that. His ball position as well, a little bit unorthodox. You see how he's got it pretty much in the centre of his stance. And that might be to do with his strong grip, might be to do with the type of shot he's trying to hit here, I'm not sure. But again, wouldn't say it causes him too much of a problem at impact and affects his ball flight because he's such a good, successful player. Now as we take it into his backswing, like I say, he's got a short swing, but he obviously does lots of things that help him create club head speed. But I just want to point out a couple of things that I like. Is the first thing here is he's creating lots of width. So yes, he has a very short, compact swing, but if you look at, just put a circle over his right arm there, see all the space he's creating between his right arm and his body. So he's creating lots of width still, which gives him, which allows him to create that club head speed. If we stop in there at the top of the backswing, as I said earlier, I think you'd be hard pushed to see a tour player that has such a short backswing. Clubs, you can see the club shaft there getting nowhere near parallel. But what I think he does really well, that I want to point out here, is if we just stop it at this point here and draw this line on his left hip. Oops, not very good. Let me just do that again. So draw this line here, and then I'm just going to draw a line on his club shaft as well. And if I just play this through just one frame, it's just a really subtle movement, but I just want you to see how his left hip here, just there, is moving through that line. So play that through a few times. So yeah, just a very subtle move, but his left hip is moving there towards the target. And what he's doing essentially in that move is he's initiating his downswing with his lower body. But if you look at the line that I drew on the shaft of his club, see how the shaft of his club has come away from that line. So that essentially means he's still completing his backswing. So what he's doing there, he's initiating the downswing with his lower body before he's even completed his backswing. And that is a key move for me of how he creates so much power in such a short action, because they have such a good kinematic sequence. That move of initiating with the lower body before the upper body has finished the backswing just increases the stretch between the upper body and the lower body and allows the club to fire down nice and quick and create lots of speed. We'll see if we take these lines away. So I'd say he has that lateral movement towards the target, and then he's really going to rotate with his lower body, and we stop it just there through impact. See how his left leg is nice and straight, so he's really pushing up through the ground, using the ground to create that power and that club head speed. And then again, a bit unorthodox on his follow through, he straightens that left leg at impact, but then gets a lot of flex in it on the way through to his follow through. So like I say, he's got a couple of maybe what you call unorthodox moves in his golf swing, but it's one that I think functions well. Is accurate, creates lots of speed and lots of power still, and like I say, a couple of reasons for me is that width in his backswing and having such a good kinematic sequence, initiating his downswing with his lower body before he's completed his backswing. So hopefully you found that video useful. For more videos, tips, reviews, you can follow me on Twitter at RCGolfPro. Thanks for watching.